I'm Molly Goodman, and I'm the AmeriCorps member serving with Oak Ridge Stormwater.
Hi, my name is Haley Michaeli, and I am the AmeriCorps member serving with the Water Quality Forum this year. Today we're going to be talking about watersheds, and we're going to be demonstrating that through these different enviroscapes.
A watershed is an area of land that drains to the same body of water. Hey Haley, do you know that more than half of the human body is made up of water? How much of the Earth's surface is water?
So just like the human body, the majority of Earth is covered in water, 75% to be exact. Of that 75% of water on Earth, only 1% is fresh, accessible water to us every day.
So what is a watershed? A watershed is an area of land from which all water drains to a common waterway or a body of water, such as a river, lake, or an ocean. As rainwater and melting snow run downhill, they carry soil, pollutants, and other materials from the land into our rivers, lakes, and bays. Watersheds are important because they provide drinking water and water for recreation, irrigation, and industrial activities. They also provide food and water for plants and animals. Watersheds consist of surface water, which are our lakes, streams, reservoirs, and wetlands, and all of the underlying groundwater. When looking at the Knoxville and Oak Ridge area, we are located within the Upper Tennessee Watershed Basin, and within that greater watershed basin are smaller watersheds. For example, if you start from the Knox County Stormwater Office, you'd be located within the Second Creek Watershed. And if you start from the Oak Ridge Stormwater Office, you'd be located within the East Fork Poplar Creek Watershed. If you would like to locate your own specific watershed, you can go to the How's My Waterway tool provided by the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, and put your direct address or zip code and locate your watershed. And they also provide information about the water quality within your neighborhood. I have attached the link to that tool in the description below.
So today here in Knoxville, we're going to go around and look at the different types of pollutants. So today, on the way to school, little Tommy decided that he, not like a good boy, was going to throw his trash in the trash can, but instead throw his trash out onto the ground. Then, as he was looking out the window, he saw a construction site. There was trash all over the construction site, not in a trash can. Then, as he was going, the next place that he saw trash was at an industrial plant, all over. When little Timmy came back from school, his dad decided that he was going to mow the yard. But little Timmy's dad didn't dispose of all of the yard debris correctly. So it went all over the neighborhood. And his neighbors decided that they were going to do that too, since it was a really nice day. We should always remember that we should compost our yard waste or dispose of it properly at a garbage facility. Little Timmy's dad also thought, oh, our yard is looking a little brown today. So he was going to put some fertilizer all over his yard. But little Timmy's dad, he didn't listen to the instructions and put way too much fertilizer on. Other people that use fertilizer are farmers so that we can have food. But we always have to remember to do the right amount. But this farmer, he didn't listen and he did put too much fertilizer on. To keep our food safe and away from bugs, we also use some pesticides. So we're going to put some pesticides on here. But this farmer, he decided that he wasn't going to follow instructions and he's using a little too much. After Farmer Joe worked in the farm all day, he decided that he wanted to wash his truck because it got very, very dirty. But instead of taking it to a car wash, he decided that he was just going to do it right there in the pavement. So when we wash our car, we should remember to wash it on the grass or bring it to a car wash where they can filter and dispose of the waste properly. So, like our neighborhood, we have lots and lots of pollutants. Is there any pollutants over here at Oak Ridge? How does your neighborhood look?
Yes, so welcome to the secret city, Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Similar to Knoxville, we have a lot of the same pollutants, but we also have a lot of differences. So first, we have a lot of litter. You can see here on the Oak Ridge Turnpike, a lot of people are letting things come out of their car. Similar to Knoxville, there are also a lot of toxins that are produced. So those happen in factories, everyday household waste, debris from cars on the road. So next, we should talk about the elephant in the room. Everybody poops. Animals do too. So here, we have a farm that has a lot of animals, and you can see there are cows that are in the stream. Very naughty, because they're gonna poop directly into the stream. So are the birds, and the dogs, and the horse, and dogs here. And let's say someone has a little bit of a broken septic system. It happens. It's a lot of poop. Our biggest pollutant is one you would not necessarily expect. It's sediment. Sediment occurs on the side of hills where you think it would occur, but it also washes off from construction sites, yards, and stream banks. Do you have sediment in Knoxville too?
Yeah, we actually do. I didn't know that sediment was such a big issue. We actually have tons of sediment on construction. There's lots of construction going on in Knoxville. We also have all types of hills, just like you do in Oak Ridge. And then they've been cutting down a lot of trees, so when those trees get cut down, there's even more sediment. Then from our farms that don't do the fence out their cattle, then we have sediment from yards, like you guys do, and from farms when they plow their fields.
Uh-oh, I think I just felt a drop. Is it supposed to storm today?
I don't know, I think it might be.
And as you can see, all that pollution is starting to wash off into our waters.
Oh no, now it's starting to rain in Knoxville too. Do you guys see all the sediment that's running down? Oh, your water's starting to look so gross.
Oh no.
Oh no, Molly, I think it's starting to flood.
Oh, everyone get inside.
Gross, look at how dirty the water is.
As you can see, all the pollution that was distributed over the land is now in our waters.
That's no good.
Now that we know what a watershed is and how pollution impacts it, let's take a look at a few measures that are put into place to help protect our waterways. These measures are known as best management practices. They are both structural or vegetative, and they're used to treat, prevent, and reduce water pollution. Here are a few examples.
We are here today in front of an industrial construction site.
We're going to explore some BMPs, which stands for Best Management Practices. An example of a BMP is this silt fence. This silt fence will hold back sediment and allow water to flow through. This is going to reduce our sediment pollution and save our rivers.
A rain garden is a great way to add some beauty to your landscape while still practicing eco-friendly techniques. The water drains off of the roof and into the garden, and the garden filtrates all the debris and pollutants out of the water, and the plants, they slow down the flow and prevent flooding. These are important because they also attract lots of pollinators and important species. Oh no, this storm drain doesn't look very good.
No, it's all clogged up from all the yard debris from someone cutting the grass.
This is important because it clogs the storm drain and it's a direct route to our river. So don't put anything in a storm drain that you wouldn't put directly in the river.
One thing that we can do to reduce pollution is by bringing our car to a car wash. This way, all of the contaminated water is sent to a wastewater treatment plant to be filtered, and so that our rivers are not contaminated. Another option is for us to wash our car at home in the grass. This way, the contaminated water is filtered through the grass in a natural process.
Today we learned about what a watershed is and how to prevent pollution from entering our waterways. Take the information that you learned today and share it with those around you. Until next time, stay happy and healthy.